Welcome everyone to Inside the Fight, post-fight UFC Fight Night, Woodley versus Burns. If you count the entire card from beginning to end, it was a great card. Great fights, a lot of upcoming people, some people who normally would not be in the UFC card, but they got the call up to have their fights here, and they performed, they delivered. So it was an entertaining night of fights from beginning to end. If you watch just the main card, it was a good main card too. So let's get right into it, and I gotta say, I was right. My predictions were right. I'm happy to say my predictions were right. So let's get right into the co-main event. Blagoy Ivanov versus Augusto Sakai. Sakai took it. He took the victory. Little fearful when it was announced split decision, because these decisions could go anywhere. Not sure which round the judge that had it for Ivanov had for him. To me, I had it 2 rounds to 1. The second round was probably the closest round, where you could probably say either or, but I just felt Sakai just had control for the majority of the first round. He got taken down, but during that first takedown, he he kept landing vicious elbows and punches to the stomach. I felt like takedowns should not be value unless there's something actually happening with the takedown. Consider it like a jab, basically, because while it does hurt and you're on top, you should be able to dominate your opponent, but that wasn't the case. He was getting hit. Now there was some controversy, of course, with the third round. At one point, Sakai was going to be taken down. He reached and grabbed the fence and stopped himself from getting taken down. He should have lost the point. I think there was one, I think it was DC, who might have said that regardless of, if he had the point taken away, he felt like he won all 3 rounds. So, or what? It might have been actually Michael Bisbee. See, it just came back to me. Anyway, with that being said, I thought it was. I'm happy to see Sakai get the victory. Neither one of these two should have been a co-main event spot, but again, it's not a card with names. This was a card that was put together very last minute. It was a good card. It was a good card, and I told people who were watching me that it was going to be a good card. With lots of action. Main event time. Main event time. Now, I know I haven't been doing videos in a long time, but I did mention in my preview video that Tyron Woodley did not look good in his last fight. That last fight was against the champ, the current champ. Now he lost his title to the champ. Then he started dodging fights, and when I feel like you're dodging fights, something is off. Something does not feel right. Then he got hurt. Then he was coming back, and then he again making excuses why he doesn't want to fight. I believe he was supposed to fight E. Edwards in London. Didn't want to travel to London, make some kind of BS excuse. Then COVID-19 happened, and of course, that got all shut down anyway. But come today, takes on Gilbert Burns, who is ranked at the number 6 at that time. And I looking at the fight history, looking at some of the highlights, this guy looked like he was legit. Especially riding a 4-fight win streak coming into this thing, and he beat the crap out of Woodley. So Gilbert Burns, congratulations on a very impressive victory. Now, I also felt Woodley said a couple words that were a little scary. When you start saying you doubt yourself, then you are in that time where maybe it's time to think about hanging it up, because as soon as you start thinking you're doubting yourself, then you really are not giving it all. You're fearing that you're gonna lose, and that's never a good mindset to have. Don't get me wrong, you gotta think that you could lose, and so you always train to not lose. But when you feel that way, it's always a hard feeling to just shake off. And the older you get, the harder it is to shake it off, because everything hurts. And Tyron Woodley, 38 years old, he was a former champ. Hopefully, this isn't the end. But I also feel like he doesn't look the same, and he wasn't nowhere near as fast. That could account to cage rust, which I said he might have. He definitely did not look comfortable in there. He got cut open the first round. He got dominated. He really got dominated. I think it was 50-44. So it was a bad night for Woodley. That being said, there are some fights to make. There are a lot of fights to make. Gilbert Burns is definitely going to get another guy in the top 3 or 4. He just took out the number 1, so you got to move him up there, and you got to move Tyron Woodley down. There's another guy out there that's been dying for a fight with him. Let him have him. I think it's put up or shut up. I don't want to see a rematch between Kobe versus Usman. No, I think they should fight each other. I think that's the fight that needs to happen. So make it happen, UFC. I think that's the fight. Burns versus Covington. Either one. That would be a great fight either. Or if no one wants to fight Usman, Burns, take the title shot. You deserve it. That being said, what do you guys think? Because again, I don't want to sound like I'm just hating on Woodley, because I'm not. Woodley was a favorite of mine. No, he took Lauder out. I was hoping he would have a long reign. Fortunately, he did not. And these things happen. But like I said, when a fighter starts doubting themselves, it's always a scary thing to hear, because you don't want a fighter to say that. You don't want to hear it. You want to hear a fighter say, "I'm here to win and kick ass and get back on track." But the fact that he felt that way after that loss, and then took forever to get another fight, then got hurt, it just, your mind, maybe he messed himself up. But we'll see what happens. There are options for him, so it's up to him. Well, guys, let me know what you guys thought of the fight tonight. Let me know what you guys thought of the performances. And again, next week we have another UFC pay-per-view, this time title fight. We'll have an insider fight for that this Thursday, or by Thursday, should I say. So make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the notification buttons on. If you just want to see insider fight videos, just click on insider fight. If you want all WGC Entertainment, make sure to subscribe. We got some good content. We got more content coming, so enjoy. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's all be nicer to each other. And realize that the world is an ugly place. And if we don't realize that now, and make some positive efforts to real change, we're only hurting the future. Till then, guys, I'll see you guys here on YouTube.